got real close, that whine turned into a low growl. The expression on his face changed, and he started that stiff-legged walk, and I knew right then that the shit was going to hit the fan and get all over everybody. But he was aiming toward Jim, so I pushed Jim out of the way, and that's the way he got me out here. As soon as I pushed him out of the way, he lunged, you know, got me by the arm, and pushed me up against the gate. And 155 pounds of wolf on you. And he had to hold me not by the arm, but by the bone in my arm. You know, he went, I mean, that was terrible sound. You ever see the movie Jaws where they're chomping the flesh? Yeah, boy, that's what it really sounds like, boy. It's just, talk about a cold meat pie, Jack. Whoa. I'll bet. And I was sitting there, and old Wolf and me were eyeball to eyeball, you know. And he was pissed off, but he wasn't pissed enough to kill me. I think he was just pissed, and wanted to show me that he was pissed. So anyway, I didn't move because I figured that'd be a bad move. I had a distinct feeling it could have just gone right on through if he wanted to. You know? But he wasn't aiming to do that. It's just wolf behavior, you know. It was teach me a thing or two. So I was by the gate, and I kind of opened up the gate and let Thorin in. I thought, well, shit. If Thorin jumps him, he'll turn his attention to Thorin. Thorin might get killed, but it's better than me getting killed, you know. Every day, yes. I'm going to rearrange things here. You keep on telling your story. Well, anyway, I let Thorin in, and at the same time, I told Jim to go over and get chainsaw fired up. And I was trying to remain calm because I didn't want to, you know, betray to the wolf or anybody around that I was in trouble. And I guess Jim thought the damn wolf was playing with me or something, because he said later on that he didn't know I was in trouble until he got the saw started and turned around and was going to hand me the chainsaw and saw the blood spurting all over everything, you know. Then we saw the blood. He knew I was in trouble then. And so he came over, and I told him to just fire it up and stick it in his ear or something, you know, but not to cut him unless it was absolutely necessary. So he fired that mother up and stuck it in his face, and he let go of me. But to my surprise, as soon as he let go and we started to leave, he grabbed me again by the leg, got me a second time. Of course, Jim was already there with a chainsaw then, stuck it in his face again, he let go of me. And we got out, and me and Jim got out, and Thorin was still in there. And the wolf had turned his back and wasn't looking at Thorin, so I just opened the gate and I called the dog. Thank God for obedient puppies, because he just jumped right out of there, no problem at all. I don't think Thorin ever did figure out what was going on. You know, I don't think he ever figured out that there was something real bad coming down. But he did grab that son of a bitch by the ass. I don't know how hard he bit him.
Apparently not very hard.
Apparently not very hard. The wolf wasn't impressed at all. I don't think the wolf ever saw Thorin. But, so we got out of the compound, and that's when I saw Cookie coming with the rifle. Bless her heart. She's gonna wade right in there and blast that son of a bitch in hell, wasn't she?
I was. He had a hold of my baby. I was gonna shoot him. I was gonna shoot from the porch, but he was already on you, and I thought, well, if I shoot from here, I'm gonna shoot Bob. I'm gonna kill him instead of the wolf.
I'm glad you didn't. No.
I'm glad you didn't too.
Anyhow, well, I had it in mind. I was gonna grab up a piece of that iron pipe that was laying there we used to roll the barbed wire out on. Have Jim cover me with that rifle. I was going to go in there and just whale that dog piss out of that damn wolf, you know. However, I got to looking at my arm and my pants and my shirt, and I saw that I was ripped to pieces and losing blood pretty fast. So I thought, well, maybe I better go to the hospital, you know. Piss on the wolf. I was angry, though. I remember thinking, I was just standing there all the time that somebody had a hold of my arm. I was thinking to myself, well, sooner or later, Jack, you're going to have to let go of my arm. You won't believe what comes next. He didn't either. No, I didn't kill him because he bit me. I killed him because It wasn't safe to have around here, and I couldn't do anything about it right at the time. We tried tranquilizing him and everything, but hell, I couldn't take a chance on him getting out and the neighbor kids or something. You know?
Yeah, really. I can understand that. That'd be really serious.
Yeah, he'd already proved that he was thoroughly dangerous. And I think the females by themselves are not dangerous in terms of aggressive danger. You know?
That one is. Now, she pulled that same trick that he did, trying to, the whining and the whimpering and the trying to get...
Yeah, but that was only when he was there.
Well, that was before you got him there. That's why you were going to get him.
She hadn't done that since.
Seems like he had this into her baby.
Varmints. God, they're everywhere. Anyway, that night, my arm was stove up that I couldn't do nothing with it, so I had to get some help. And I got Robert Claiborne, his 357, and Jim reluctantly came back. I almost hated to ask him to come back because he was livid. I mean, he was, I think that poor man lost 10 years off the end of his life. Anyway, here. Give her that so she'll shut up.
Hey, baby.
We had 7 tranquilizers and it was somewhere around 11:30 that night. We decided it was not much use trying to do anything about it, so I cocked that 357 Magnum, let him have it right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he got right back up and growled at me. Boy, I mean, tell you, that's a tough son of a bitch. I
You
walked
really
away.
did, man? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I got 4 witnesses, or I wouldn't even say something like that. No, he got right back up. So Robert whipped out that 357 Magnum, let him have it again. He went down that time and stayed down.
That's a tough wolf.
One pissed off wolf.
Really? Well, that's all right. We're all glad that you're still with us.
You're believe it. I am gray.
You're not
At
gray
work,
yet,
I'm
honey.
telling this story to a
You're
guy
not
who
old
walked
enough to be gray.
at work.
Hey, I got gray hair.
Saw it out, little mother. This guy at work, just a little bit bigger than Cookie, said, if that wolf would have grabbed me, I'd have kicked him. I'd have beat the snot out of him. I said, sure you would. Yeah. And you would be in your grave right now, Jack.
Well, lucky he just wanted to prove dominance. He wasn't pissed off. If he was pissed off, he would have bit your arm right off.
Right so. Jim Orson would follow me to hell right now. He never tires of telling people how I saved his life from the wolf.
He was
I bet.
up on him, too. I mean, literally up on him.
Yeah.
And it happened fast.
Yeah.
That's what... I saw him go for Jim. And I ran in the house and got the gun. And before I got to the back porch, he was already on me.
Yeah. I couldn't let him get Jim.
What are we going to do with all these chickens? Now, sit. Give my baby a piece of it.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to play with my new toy here and have a good time. Till about 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I have to go back.
Posterity.
For posterity, yes. I'm a little close to you, though.